All right, hey, I'm Michelle. This is Shannon. We are the rebelrevel.com. It's time for an update. We've been a lot of places, and we are right now at the Glacier National Park. Ooh, there's some rumbling. Probably have to go in a little bit. Iris is scared. It's okay, baby. So, and I would do microphones, except the microphones aren't working. We'll try them again another time, but hopefully you can hear everybody. Say something, babe.
Hi.
All right, so I have a list of places we've been. I'm gonna list them down quickly, and then we're gonna talk about them. All right. So last time we spoke to you, we were at Grand Mesa.
Yes.
Then we went to Grand Junction, Kremling, a Strawberry Bureau of Land Management. Where was that? That was at Phases.
That was at
Granby.
Phases. Yeah, that was close to Granby.
So the Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
We went to Laramie, Vidavoo, Wyoming, Bighorn Mountain, Wind River Range, the National Museum Military Vehicles, Grand Teton, Jackson Hole, Grand Targhee, Yellowstone, and Bozeman, Helena, Big Sky Country, Glacier National Park. Okay, let's discuss. So first of all, if you don't know who you are, or who we are, I'm Michelle. This is Shannon. This is our Yakutian Laika, Iris. They can't really see her. I'm going to move around so you can see her. And we left Asheville, North Carolina. We live right outside of Asheville in a place called Hendersonville, Flat Rock. There's Iris. And we were building our dream homestead in Lake Lure. And then Hurricane Helene happened. So we decided to get this Sprinter van to clean up the property. And then we thought, well, we'll just get on the road. We'll hit the road. So we've hit the road, and we're 108 days on the road. 108 days.
Is that right?
That's right, as of today.
All right, awesome.
My mom has turned 89 in the meantime, on July 18th, and I will turn 56?
Yes.
On August 5th, 56, I think?
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about? That was a lot of places we've done since the last update.
Well, we updated you from the roof of the van on Grand Mesa, and we went to Powderhorn, which was super fun. That's a nice bike park. And then we went to Grand Junction to get some warranty work done, which was a fail because Winnebago sent the wrong part, and it was super hot there. It was 104. We left as soon as possible, and we drove to cooler temperatures, and that meant Granby Ranch, which is another bike park. It's lift served, super fun. And nice surprise, we were camping. We were looking for dispersed camping, and we found this camping at Phases, which is a trail system, and the riding was super fun there. Analog bikes, no e-bikes there. And then we went to Granby Ranch, and then from there we did some dispersed camping. Well, we stopped in Kremling and got some amazing coffee and treats, and we went on to some dispersed camping outside of Rocky Mountain National Park on the west side of the park in a burn area. That was really beautiful in its own way.
I really liked it because we couldn't get timed entry, so we got up early at 5 a.m. and then
into the park.
The park. We were there at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then we had pancakes at a overlook.
We did, and we saw moose clopping down the road because we were there early.
Yeah.
It was right down the highway. It was pretty cool. and so that was really neat. Rocky Mountain National Park was neat. We exited the park on the east side into Estes, saw the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, if you're familiar with, here's Johnny with The Shining. That's where Stephen King was inspired to write The Shining.
And it was okay.
It was weird. Anyway,
but we had lunch across the street in this little park, and Iris ran, and then we had an amazing drive through a canyon. I think it was called Canyon Creek. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It was so hot. We decided
canyon.
we were chasing cooler weather for Iris. Remember?
Yep. So we drove through this amazing canyon north, across the Colorado-Wyoming border into Wyoming and towards Laramie. And we dispersed camped at a place called Vitawoo.
Vitawoo was really surprising. I mean, just gorgeous. If you're a Star Trek fan, it's almost like every episode of Star Trek was filmed there. I mean, sure, I don't think it was at all.
It
but
did seem like an alien planet, for sure.
It was so cool. We really enjoyed it.
And the camping was great, and we did a mountain bike ride, and that was amazing.
And Iris met some kids. She played a lot with some kids. Didn't you, buddy? You really enjoyed them. You really enjoyed them. Look at her. She's really enjoying herself right now.
She is. She's a sweet girl.
But we also had some really cool, we had my friend Kira, who's one of our patrons on Patreon, was like, dude, you're in Laramie. You've got to go to this Indian restaurant. So we go to this Indian restaurant that's just off the highway. And I was like, this
it
can't
looked
be.
like a total dive.
I was like, this can't be the right place.
It was so awesome.
So good.
The people were fantastic there.
Buffalo Indian? I think it's called
was
Indian Buffalo or something like that.
Buffalo Indian restaurant.
If you're in Laramie, it's probably the only Indian restaurant there. It's
okay, and it was,
I mean, exceptional.
It was Indian food, but it was more like Nepalese. It was like,
so good.
Or Tibetan. It was it definitely had that influence. So they had momos and stuff like that.
Their mango lassis probably had buttermilk in them. They tasted like they were homemade. It was really anyway. Thanks, so Kara.
So
very good.
And then
what else we do? Oh,
okay.
Bighorn Mountain is next. We did Bighorn Mountain.
We were chasing cooler weather still, so we went up to Buffalo.
But
Not to be confused with Buffalo.
But wait, before we go to the Bighorn Mountain, we've got to stop and you got to tell them about that big turtle, the trail that we did in Vitawoo, which is a climbing place, but the surprising water that you found.
It's kind of like an oasis in the middle of this big rock formation. So
I went skinny dipping.
We went, this mountain bike trail went around this rock formation. It was 3.5 miles around it. And it was just basically this big pile of awesome, cool rocks that were almost round from the wind and whatever, right? The weather. And there was like an oasis in the middle of it.
Beautiful.
It was like high desert, and then all of a sudden there's this super green, very lush area with a waterfall.
And I told Shannon, I said, I'm going skinny dipping. I said, you go with me. He was like, no.
No,
and
I'm doing that.
Because, we did see a couple of other people, but not while I was skinny dipping. I got lucky. But it was just, it's a nice cold plunge. It was so lovely. It's so natural to be skinny dipping in such a beautiful place. But Shannon was like, I'm just gonna practice my mountain biking stands over here. What were you doing over there? You were doing that
riding up that rock.
Oh, you're
ledge.
doing an attainment.
Yeah,
okay,
over
got
and
you.
over again.
All right, now
that was super cool.
So then we went to the Bighorn Mountain where Elizabeth, my friend Elizabeth, I used to go whitewater kayaking with back in Asheville. She now lives in Wyoming, so she came for a visit. But Bighorn Mountain, so cold, so beautiful.
Was beautiful. I went for a ride there. It was, I had read on MTB Project that it was one of the best rides. It was not one of the best.
MTB Project, mountain biking project.
Someone's.
It's an app.
Favorite ride in the U.S. Not mine, but it was okay. It was fine.
It was somebody said it was their favorite ride.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But what would I want to say about it? So we went up to, so it was near Buffalo, Wyoming. So we went to Buffalo, Wyoming. Then we dispersed, camped in the Bighorn Mountains.
Beautiful.
We stopped at a farmer's market.
Where you got the steak, which is what we
bought a Wyoming steak there,
which we just cooked here.
Fantastic T-bone.
We had a T-bone.
We just had that. We are in
so
Glacier
good.
National Park right now at Avalanche Campground, and we had that.
And I made it with so I made mac and cheese, extra creamy with a little bit of cream cheese in there. And I used the Instapot. I've been really playing with the Instapot and then doing most of my pastas and everything in the Instapot because it's efficient and only uses one pot, right? So it's easier to clean up when you're in the van. And we got the small Instapot for the van. But next to the steak was so delicious. I just used some regular steak seasoning that we picked up from a Kroger. Well, it's a city market, but it's a Kroger. And so good, you guys. Just,
it's very good.
You know, farmer's market meat from somebody's farm. You can't beat that. You know what I mean? And then also when we were in Buffalo, my mom turned 89 and I did a WhatsApp call with her so she could see the mountains. You know, she's originally from Bavaria, so she's like really enjoyed.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and you know, sitting on top of the
and your friend
van.
Amy came to visit.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
Force of habit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Elizabeth came to visit, and that was
she used
cool.
to be. We used to call her Amy, and then she changed her name. Is what's going on there.
She's Elizabeth,
which is
formerly known as Amy.
Her real name is Elizabeth Amy, but everybody called her by her middle name, and she really wants to be by her first name.
She's in witness protection now, and we broke her cover. All right.
All right. Now, Wind River Range was next, and the National Museum of Military Vehicles.
So I have to say that in Buffalo, I read that. So we had a date night in Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Where we went back down to the town. That's where I bought the steak. But we went because there was a saloon there. I can't remember the name of the saloon, but it was supposed to be this like really cool saloon, and it wasn't. It just felt like a dive bar.
Okay, listen.
Okay, it was in just an old building, but you know they were serving PBRs and stuff like that.
Just you don't have to be so bougie about your beer. It was a cool saloon. The reason why he didn't like it is because it was packed, and he just doesn't like.
Packed.
He doesn't like big crowds. That's the only reason why.
The experience was okay. So we left there.
And Wind River Range was next.
Before we got to Wind River Range, we drove upriver.
Oh, right. It kept messing with you.
We drove upriver, up the Bighorn, which is something else. It's the Wind River, but at the time it's the Bighorn River or something like that. It changes names, but it's the same river. In this canyon, it is an optical illusion. You feel like you're going up, but the river is. You feel like you're going down,
but the river's going up.
But the river is going uphill. It's not. It's just an optical illusion, but it's crazy. It was crazy. Like I've never experienced anything like that. I'm like, this is so bizarre. Like I know logically that the river is going down the gradient, but it feels like it's going uphill. Really weird. Okay.
Well, we had also that desert camping that night. So we had that one desert camping. Iris really loved that. She was running around. Do you remember that?
Like, that was a cool place.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
I can't remember. It was close to a lake, and it was pretty awesome. It
was really neat.
And then we got to.
Okay, then it was the National Museum of Military Vehicles, which. Wait, we missed something.
No. Yeah.
Oh, we missed Thermopolis.
Thermopolis was fantastic.
Thermopolis was like another, like Vitavoo was just like we weren't expecting
hot springs,
beautiful,
gorgeous hot springs. We bathed there.
They have it's free there. You just go and you go for free.
It's a state park, Hot Springs State Park, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
in Thermopolis. It was totally free.
Loved that.
And it was so fantastic.
Beautiful.
Not totally free. The towels were $1.
Oh, the towels were $1
to rent a towel. And it was really good. It was
cool because the storm came through while we were in there.
It was great.
And so everything was like, it was hot, and then it was like cool rain. It was really lovely. And then Shannon really likes the military vehicles. I grew up. Basically, I was in Louisville, but we were mostly in Fort Knox a lot. So I saw a lot of military vehicles. But Shannon was like, it's such a dude museum.
I thought it was a unique museum because, number one, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Like literally, there's nothing out there except this huge national museum.
Oop.
I mean, this thing was enormous.
Storm's coming. We gotta wrap up the video soon.
And so we checked out this museum, and they've got an amazing collection of military vehicles, like boats that were used in the landing of Normandy. They've got tanks from World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, Gulf War, all of that. All kinds of, and a Jeep that I guess was M138A or whatever it's called, the like Vietnam era Jeeps, that was in immaculate I mean, it was just looked like it had just come off the showroom floor. It was amazing. So that was cool.
We got to move on because I hear thundering, and we got to probably have to go into the van.
We went to
Grand Teton, Jackson Hole, Grand Targhee, and when we saw the Moose twins in this area, I mean the Teton, of course, you know.
We were up in Jackson Pass, and we saw a moose and two calves. So cute. Dangerous, but cute. More dangerous than any other animal, I think, in North America. Like, more dangerous than grizzlies.
But it didn't charge us. We were lucky. We were at.
Yeah.
I first saw the family.
We were very far away. I was very far away.
Not the first
Michelle
time.
was not far away. Neither
hiking,
was Iris.
and Iris was kind of like in the. But it was all right. We saw the babies. We loved Grand Targhee. We loved everything about Grand Teton National Park. We went to, we stayed at Spread Creek for a while. We had sloshies, you know.
Okay, Spread Creek was kind of sad because we recognized a spot that's kind of famous for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah, that couple that, you all know that couple, that girl, he killed her. And then he killed himself in Florida. I can't remember their names right now, but it is a very sad documentary. In fact, one of my associates was like, "You're going to be in a van with your husband? What about that?" My daughter's worried. I was like, "We've been married."
We recognized that exact spot where
it was a little sad.
There was some footage taken where someone drove past the van. Anyway, we've been married a long time, and it's okay.
But it is something for young people to think about before you get on a road trip with somebody. You know, you got to have good communication when you fight, because it's just human to have disagreements, right? So you just have to communicate. We've had disagreements, and then we instituted a month of tenderness.
Yes.
So that we're speaking nice to each other.
Nice.
It has been nice. Thank you, baby. All right. What did you like most about the Grand Teton? Ooh, the summit.
Yeah. So we went to Grand Targhee, and
so sweet.
We went to Jackson Hole Mountain Resort, and that's a cool place to mountain bike. And then we went to Grand Targhee, which is another cool place to mountain bike. And at the top of that, you can walk about 150 feet, literally, to the summit. And then you can see the back side or the west side of the Grand Tetons, which is amazing because most of the photos you see are from the east side looking west, because that's how the national park is configured. But that was neat.
And right now, I'm going to throw in sloshies, or an alcoholic slushy in the area.
Okay, we did a Harvest Host at a distillery.
Jackson Hole Distillery? No.
Jackson Hole Steelworks.
Oh, Steelworks.
And they do sloshies, and that place was as busy as a McDonald's.
I mean, the people were coming after work just like
was crazy.
I was like, I guess they're just, they seal them, so that's how they get through the legal aspect of having it in the car.
Oh, those sloshies were good. We had sloshies at Grand Targhee, and they were nice. But the ones at Jackson Still Works,
I liked them both. I got
fantastic.
Ice cream headaches from both.
Then we went to Yellowstone.
Yellowstone was beautiful, of course. We both had been in our
30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago. We had spent incredible. But we saw the oh gosh, what's the name of it now with all those colors?
The prismatic.
Oh, the grand prismatic pool.
Yep.
Gosh, that was beautiful.
That
I
was
hadn't
super
seen
cool.
that 30 years ago.
I didn't either. I saw Old Faithful.
Right.
And I saw the infamous Yellowstone Falls and all that stuff, but I had not seen that.
So,
I also saw in Mammoth Springs,
yeah,
the I don't know, it's like it's hot springs that are tiered, like they're
beautiful.
Anyway, that was super cool. Maybe not as cool as Hot Springs State Park in Thermopolis.
Thermopolis, yeah, it was cool. I mean,
it was super cool.
Thermopolis was pretty. You guys got to check that out if you're going through there.
And you can swim in those.
You can swim
and not in the ones in
Yellowstone.
And we popped out in Gardner.
In Gardner, there's some great dispersed camping up in Gardner that overlooks everything.
And we almost stayed there.
It was too hot.
But it was just too hot, so we left.
Oh, right. And then we found a rest area that was just beautiful along the Yellowstone River. And that was just gorgeous. And then and then we went to a dog park, and the dog park was by Yellowstone River. And then I went swim and did my workout. I've got this water workout that I do that's really great for my torn meniscus.
We went to Livingston, and then we went to Bozeman Hot Springs.
Yeah.
Super awesome. We actually splurged on camping there. It was like $120 to camp, but
you got 2 days worth of the hot springs, which was like an $80 value for 2 people.
And that was really nice. So
$20
showers and hot spring and all that stuff. And
I hear it coming. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, I hear it coming, boo.
And now we're in the glacier. Now we're here. We went from Helena to here.
I'm going to pull this out.
Oh, the dog's having none of it. All right.
Put my crap up.
So here we go for another 100 days, right? But we gotta cut this short because we've gotta put up our everything because everything's raining. Bye, you guys. Glacier Mountain National Park. What did we see today before we go? So I can show them some of that.
We actually saw a grizzly, but I don't know if we have good footage of that.
Oh, we don't have good. So anyway, it's really raining outside. Yes. And our fire alarm was going off because it started to suck in the smoke from the fire. So the alarm was going off. So
all right, all kinds of alarms were going off. So our fire alarm was going off, and which, I guess it's great that we have a fire alarm.
Yeah.
But it's also like it is a camping van, so we are going to have fires outside.
Right.
So the fire alarm was going off, and then also the awning alarm decided to go off too. So we're like making all kinds of racket here in the campground. Like there's all kinds of beeping and honking going on.
But at least we got a spot, and we did not book it 6 months in advance. Shannon literally got it a few days ago. We are super lucky. We're happy, and now we're just going to hunker down in the van because we have a van, and it's raining.
And it's nice.
Bye, you guys. And speaking of the devil, someone was like, forget about it, I'm gonna go to bed. So Iris is already in bed. So we just kind of came in from the rain here, and Shannon said, hey, but we forgot to tell everybody about being evacuated in Canyon Ferry, right on the Missouri River. And that's true. There's 2 things that happened, and this will close out the video. Shannon's done for the night. So we were in a beautiful campsite. It was called Riverside Campground, AMP on the Missouri River. And a ranger came and said, it's going to rain tonight, it's going to flood. You need to leave. And I got you campsite number 22 over at Court Sheriff. So we moved, and sure enough, that flooded. So that federal employee saved our van, literally. And then we were leaving, and we went to come here, and we will actually go to a rest area that was right near the Blackfoot reservation. And we were at a dog park, and when we were leaving the dog park, a teenager was on her phone and was speeding in the parking lot, almost T-boned us. And at the last minute, she turned abruptly, the car bucked, and we're really lucky to be here, and I'm really grateful. And it just goes to show you that you never know, that you're never guaranteed tomorrow, right? Because she was, if she had hit us, it would have been on the passenger side, and I don't know that Iris and I would have made it, right? We don't know, right? So I'm really grateful. I'm really, we're really packing a lot in every day, like between work and then sightseeing and so forth. But it doesn't feel like a lot. It feels like just living. And I highly recommend that we really take on life like that. Like I've kind of seen a new capacity on how to really live life large. And so we always do our daily updates at the rebelrevel.com over on the Patreon page. It's free. If you want mentoring, like if you want coaching on fitness classes or food, or if you want to learn how to make money so that you can actually do this full-time too, that's the coaching program over at the rebelrevel.com. And I'll show you how to build a business to do this full-time too if you want to. But otherwise it's free. And we do daily updates for our Patreon family, and just kind of check in daily. But these videos we do as time allows, and we're headed to Canada next. So see you guys. We love you. Let us know if you have any ideas or any tips on the road. We'd love to hear from you. Bye.